Long before Brad Stevens was taking the Bulldogs to Final Fours, Butler was making deep tournament runs under Tony Hinkle. On Saturday, Butler welcomed back the 1962 team that made the Sweet 16. The group met to honor the 50th anniversary of Butler's first NCAA tournament squad. The group had a lunch gathering in the West Gym before the Bulldogs took on Indiana State. We talked to 1962 alum Dick Haslam, who was happy to have his former running mates back together again at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
This is a tremendous reunion. You know, 50 years gets along pretty fast, and I think we have everybody but a couple that are deceased. Larry Shook is one of those, and Larry Johnson. But we have, I think, everybody back. So everybody else is here. We're going to have a great time reminiscing and seeing a great game with the Dogs against Indiana State.
Haslam recalled defeating NBA Hall of Famer Nate Thurmond in the 1962 tournament. The Butler guard made some of the game's biggest plays, and he counted that game as one of his life's top moments.
Personally, I think the most remarkable thing that happened to me personally was against Bowling Green. And Bowling Green had a 7-footer by the name of Nate Thurmond, and Butler was underdog in our first NCAA tournament game. And fortunately, as a playmaker and a defensive player, I didn't have to score a lot. My average was about 8 points a game in college. And I had just stolen the ball and laid it in, and we picked up and pressed in-line to in-line. So I'm standing there with my hands out, and Howard Komayev, that also went on to the NBA, handed me the basketball, and I immediately put the ball back in the basket. Those were the only 4 points that I made all game, and we beat Bowling Green 1 point. So that had to be a memorable event in my life.
Haslam was the captain and point guard of the 1962 team that won 2 NCAA tournament games. Haslam talked about the old days when the team played for legendary basketball coach Tony Hinkle.
Well, they talk a lot about the Butler way. I guess at that time it was the Hinkle way, but it laid the groundwork of allowing small guys. I mean, Jerry Williams, my running mate, and myself, we were 5'9" guards. Where can you find in a Division I school an opportunity to play Division I and play Notre Dame twice, and Purdue, and Indiana, and Illinois, Michigan, Michigan State? Mr. Hinkle went out and got all these teams and was not afraid to challenge them, and that's exactly what Barry Collier and Brad Stevens and the program is doing right now. We will take on Duke, we'll take on North Carolina, Gonzaga, anybody, bring them on. We'll give them a match. And so that's what I think is the continuation and the legacy that Coach Hinkle has given to this program.